My goal as I was growing up was that I was going to be a coach. Became a state scholar and got all my scholarship stuff set up through Northern Illinois, majoring in physical education. Back in the 1950s, when that occurred, I had to take 12 hours of park and recreation because that was incorporated into the physical education major. Didn't really know if I really wanted to be a part of that, although it was really interesting and I liked everything that I did with it. When I graduated from college, I kind of briefly looked at going to some industrial recreation area, using that as kind of the avenue to do it. My military service was at Fort Knox, and I worked in the area where I coached their basketball. I did baseball for them, and I kind of took care of a lot of the intramural programs going on for my boss down at Fort Knox. And to me, it was just a job, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I came home and got an early release to go back to teaching and began working with kids and listening to the seniors and junior boys talk about what they wanted to do on Saturday night and what they couldn't do, and there was nothing to do. So we began advocating in our community that maybe we needed to have a park and recreation. And the town accepted that concept, and then I became a member of that board, and that's been 50 plus years ago. In the very beginning, and I worked on a project for the Illinois Park Board Association. There wasn't such a thing as a professional. It was a person that maybe was a coach or some person of influence would give their son or their daughter a job. And in the state of Illinois, people began looking at it like, hey, if we're going to have this, we need somebody that knows something about it. And so in the early 60s, universities in our area began offering a degree. And the movement began to do our best to get local towns and things to hire somebody that had a little bit of college background and a little bit of understanding of what went into parks and recreation, other than to have a baseball diamond and a teeter-totter and a set of swings. And from what I can see in my years of traveling with NRPA, is NRPA has seen how much a citizen group in a community can help. They can become kind of the activists, they can kind of become the power behind the director and the staff, and urging people to approach the mayor, approach the business manager, go to meetings and say, we need a swimming pool or we need upgraded things. My goodness, tennis is taking over, but where do we play pickleball? You know, things of this nature makes the changes. And I have seen through my association with the National Association of Park Foundations that is an agency that the director of a staff bring forth ideas to their local town boards or local council. And a foundation in Illinois has helped our district raise several $1 million for an outdoor woodland park for kids for our lower Chicagoland area. When people get behind it, and people of influence, whether they're in business or whatever, and they start urging people to support things, things get done. I think everybody has kind of become more and more, we're one group, all with different needs. And NRPA has widened its scope. Now, both state and local boards make sure that newsletters, magazines, publications that come out from whatever the level, NRPA, the state association, they're funneling that to these universities. We're bringing the colleges involved, the junior colleges. So many work for park and recreation as their very first job. It's a wonderful chance to say, hey, how would you like to make a living and have fun doing it? I think in our community, 3/4 of our lifeguards and our pool attendees and our people that are going out helping clean and serve refreshments at the swimming pool are all teenagers who learn about that job, not by a job agency, but by putting it through the high school counselors and a sign up on the bulletin board at the high school. Now, you're limited to how many times your paths will cross, but the word gets out quick amongst the kid association that if you want to work at the park district, we always take our local kids first. But watching those kids and watching the thing grow, and the more I got involved, the more I liked it. And then the Illinois Association of Park Districts, I ended up on the regional board, and then from that I went to NRPA. And you meet all these people. I more was a learner than a doer, but I just love it when you see a Saturday afternoon, a whole ball field filled with kids playing soccer in the fall. Guys, little girls, guys running around. I remember my kids doing that.